Do you want to know how to do this? This is called an orbital dog cannon or orbital wolf cannon. You might have already seen it in flamefrags video or other videos on YouTube. So today I'm going to teach you guys to build the easiest orbital wolf cannon in vanilla Minecraft. But before that, make sure to like and subscribe because we're close to 100 subs, so make sure to subscribe now. Without further ado, let's continue to the video. Okay, so first you need to turn on your chunk borders. So for me it's F3 plus G. So basically just press F3 plus G and chunk borders appear. Then next just pick a chunk where you want to make your orbital wolf cannon. Okay, so outside of your chosen chunk, you will place a pressure plate on outside of the chunk, like just one block outside of a chunk. Then before you place the pressure plate, make sure to dig 7 blocks down, so 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, and then place the pressure plate down. Then you will see this yellow lines, and then you're gonna mine through that 2 block high, and then it's only 5, like the distance from the pressure plate is 5 blocks. Okay, so the next place a redstone repeater, make sure to click it like 3 times. Every repeater, like 2 repeaters. Then click it 3 times again. Then put a redstone right over here. And then break this block. And then put another redstone. And just put a redstone torch beside the redstone. Then above the redstone torch, place a block on that. And then place a redstone torch above that block, like this. Okay, once you place that torch, it's gonna be turned off, and make sure to place a piston facing that way, like facing this way. And now I finished the piston setup for, wait, there's a block here. And now I finished the setup of the orbital dog cannon. So this is just the first step. Okay, now we're going to make a 5x5 grid. So this is the middle, and then 4 and 5. So this is now 5. Then we're gonna mine out around it. And then just mine everything up to the surface. So here we only have 6 layers, so we need actually 7 layers. So you need to mine 1 more layer, so like this. And by now you should have 5 block to the sides, and then 7 block high pit, like right over here. And now you're going back to the pressure plate to finish the rest of the redstone. So just behind the piston setup. Okay, just behind this. So you're just gonna mine out like 1 and then put a redstone on it. And then mine to the right side like 2 blocks. And then mine another 1 and then break this block and then place a redstone. And then place another redstone here, and then put a redstone torch on top of that block, and then you're gonna mine the rest up so you can place the torch up to the redstone torch that you placed. Then you're gonna put 2 redstone facing right to the redstone that you placed. Then you're gonna lead the redstone up to the surface by making a staircase. So it should look like that. Okay, so now you're gonna fill up the ceiling. I mean, you could use any blocks, but I'm just gonna use glass so you can see inside the build. Then just fill up the ceiling just like I said. And now you will need some dispensers because you're going to splash the wolves with the potions. So there's a pattern to this, so don't waste much dispensers. So start by putting them on the corner. So one here, one here, one through here, and one through here. Then just place one in the middle, and then place dispensers around it, like in the edges, making a plus sign. Okay, so make sure they're facing down since they're splashing the wolves. Then just fill up the corners of the dispensers that you put, so it looks like a 3x3 grid. Yeah, and it should look like that. So next, just connecting the redstone you made earlier to the dispensers. So just place it like this, pattern that I'm doing right now, and then it should let's remove that. It should look like this, so you don't waste any redstone. Now we are going to make a pearl stasis chamber. Make sure to turn on your chunk border because the pearl stasis chamber needs to be inside the chunk of where you're making the orbital dog cannon. I'm just gonna give you a tutorial on where do I make my pearl stasis chamber. So stand on this repeater right here and then mine out 2 blocks, and then so let me explain myself a little bit. So some of you might be wondering why the hell do we need a process chamber. So the process chamber acts as a battery to power up a toy or something, because it loads up the chunk of the contraption of the orbital dog cannon, because by the time you fold the fishing rod, the chunk is loaded and the process of the orbital dog cannon is working. But if you don't make a process chamber, it doesn't work, and you're the one who's loading up the chunk. So, okay, so now dig up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 blocks. Then put a soul sand, and then just fill up with water. And then just throw your pearl in. And your process is now done. And now you're done with the contraption set. Now we're going to proceed to the setup step. So the setup step is really easy. So I forgot to mention that you need the pressure plate to be activated. So I do not advise you to drop items off it because you could just easily pick it up and it will despawn after a few minutes. Okay, so I advise you to put a bolt on it. So start by digging this 2x2 hole and then just steer the back, and then you already push the pressure plate using the bolt. Okay, so now we could proceed to the setup step. So you will need signs. You could pick up any other sign, but I just prefer the original sign, oak sign. Okay, so you can start by following through the video. Now your sign pattern should look like this. Next is just put sand on top of the signs. So next, you can now start by breeding wolves. Putting wolf armor to your dog or not is optional, but I still advise you to make your dog wear wolf armor so they don't get quick dropped or something. So you can now start by breeding wolves. Now you can fill up the dispensers with potions. So I only put 3 potions in this. The fire resistance, the swiftness, and the strength. Okay, so I'm gonna mark where you could put the potions in the dispenser so the wolves can get all the effects. Okay, so now you're going to set it up with the fishing rod part. So okay, let me move this boat real quick, and then throw your fishing rod on the pressure plate. And oh, I didn't build a portal yet. Okay, so make sure your chunk border is on again, because in making the portal needs to be in the chunk where you're building your orbital dog cannon. Okay, so connect your fishing rod again and go to the portal. Oh, wait, what? So once you're in, you're gonna make a new portal. So make sure the distance between your portal and the new portal is 100 to 150 blocks. And then just build the portal right away. Once you're done building the portal, you can now enter it, and that's all. You now have your deadliest fishing rod, the orbital dog cannon. Now we are gonna test of how deadly this thing is. And they just killed the 3 ravagers. If you liked our new video for today, make sure to like and subscribe. As I said, we're close to 100 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button right now. By the way, I'm gonna post in the next days 2 videos. Make sure to watch that too. And that's all. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next video.